If a stranger showed up one day to your doorstep and claimed that he knew your son who recently passed away, would you let him in the house? I'm Screen Time Coda, and last night, me and my Discord group, along with our watch party that we do every week, we decided we were going to watch 2014's The Guest. The Guest is about Spencer and Laura and their two children, Luke and Anna, who are coping with the loss of their son Caleb to the war in Afghanistan. One day they are visited by David Collins, a former U.S. Army sergeant who claims he was Caleb's best friend. David then tells them that he wanted to visit them as a way to help Caleb take care of them. After a few short stories tossed back and forth and nothing really much to go on, Laura, the mother, then invites David to stay as long as he wishes. I bet she regretted that later on. The Guest is a powerhouse action movie with a great soundtrack and amazing score throughout the whole movie. This is by far one of my favorite performances by Dan Stevens and Micah Monroe, who you can't stop them. Once they're on screen, they're taking over that movie. The original rough cut of The Guest was about 20 minutes longer than the theatrical release of the movie. When it was test screened for a test audience, it got pretty much negative reviews as it was just too long of a movie. So they had to edit it down, and after editing it down, they also took out a lot more backstory on who David was, which the test audience didn't like either, and that brought hope to Wingard and Barrett, who really didn't like the fact that they wanted him to be more ambiguous. They didn't want people to really know his backstory. They didn't want to go into detail on that, so they were really happy to cut that out of the film. Again, one of my favorite things about this movie is the soundtrack itself. I feel like the soundtrack and the score, with the way it blends in with every action sequence and every story-driven moment in the movie, it adds so much more like suspense to the storytelling itself, and I feel like it puts me more into the movie and more driven to want to finish this story of who David Collins really is. Have you checked out The Guest from 2014? If so, let me know down in the comment section below what your thoughts on it. This is a fucking 4.5 out of 5 stars for me. I love this movie, and I was so glad to revisit it again and just get my thoughts out. Until next time, I'm Coda. Enjoy your movie. Hit that like, leave a follow for more content.